up, guys? Specialist here today. I'm coming at you with some Black Ops 2 gameplay on the new maps for the DLC Revelations for Black Ops 2, and I'm playing on Downhill with this Peacekeeper, which most of the people at this time, if they're playing the DLC, they're only playing with the Peacekeeper. I mean, there are random other people who have, I guess, played enough of the DLC and with the gun that will then go and just use some other gun altogether, and balances out some, but yeah. My dad pointed out the snowman, so I wanted to just go back and shoot it in the face. I don't know. But just to get on it, I'm going to go over pretty much a review of what I think about the DLC. And right here, I thought the whole game lagged because it just stopped. I assumed those things would just keep going. And no, I was caught off guard. If somebody shot me in the back, that would just be because I thought it was lagging. But let's start out. I guess I'll start out on the 4 maps. It came with, well, the DLC first came off with 4 maps. Mirage, Downhill, Hydro, and Grind. And then it came with the new gun, Peacekeeper, then there's a game type turned for zombies, and Die Rise, which I haven't played much. I haven't played the zombies part of this yet. I got it today, which I'm recording it. And I've only played with the gun and the 4 maps, which are good so far, what I've seen and played, but you can't fully tell until you really get into it and play it. But just start out, I'm going to go over what I think so far of it, and I'm going to go into probably the zombies in another episode or video. I'm not going to go over the zombies part yet, but here we go. The first 4 maps, I'm going to start out with the one I am playing on right now, which is Downhill. And I've only played this 2 or 3 times, but I've noticed, like all the other maps, the spawns are close tight. They're not exactly perfect all the times, but they are still close tight, which that's what MW3 tried to do with their maps, but they just made it too close quarters, and it just created what we know now today as the revenge spawn, which in this game isn't as much there. It's still there randomly, but it doesn't show up as much as MW3. In this map, I love maps that really incorporate something into it. I mean, this one doesn't have a ton, but it has that little thing that can kill you, can roll over on you and kill you. But I like that. I like things that incorporate and bring life to the map, and that's what they try to do with this map. And I really like the flow so far of all these maps. This map especially. Usually I don't like snowy downhill uphill maps, but this one, I don't know, it's just, it goes more up from a upper level and then upper level than down, which seems to be better because on other maps, when they did hills, they made it where there's only up and there's only a down. There's just one or the other, and the people that are down are usually always the ones getting destroyed, and it's just not very fair. But this one, it seemed to work very well together since they put both into it, and it just meshed together very well. And the next map is Grind. That is a very different map. I've heard everybody say it's a very different map, and it is. And it's not a bad thing, because it adds the curves to it, and it's more of a circular map with a center part, and then the building, which works together very well, because the teams can then motion around easily, and it creates a good flow and portion to the game. And it creates very new spots where you can actually climb up and then pick people off from. I've already used a few of them. It's really nice. And there's one part of this, I totally demolished their team. They should have had me by a mile, but they didn't. But Grind, I like the theme of it too. I love the theme of it too. It's skating. Nothing you ever really see a skate park in a first-person shooter, but I like the map too. So far, this is probably my favorite map. And, well, next is Hydro, which is, I haven't met the big thing in that map that is supposed to happen with the water flowing down. I haven't met that yet, but I heard it's really cool, and it kills you if in it, so it's a good thing, kind of good that I don't meet it yet. This one is more tricky. I like it, but it just feels a little more of a MW2 style. I don't know how to explain it. It's just not my favorite of the few. I mean, it's good still, but it's not my favorite. The spawns are fine. It's just the way it plays just seems to be more face to face far away shooting. It's more picking people off than actually moving and taking people out, because they have a lot of windows in it. But still a good map. It's just not my favorite in the fact that you only really have to pick people off, in which the other ones make you move and just keep you moving. And then the last one is Mirage, which I've only played it twice. In the past few minutes I just played it, and I mean, this map doesn't really stand out to me in any way. There's nothing wrong with it, nothing bad about it. It's just a map. It doesn't have anything special in it. It's a sand map. MW3 had a ton of sand maps. I just got confused with those maps in MW3, and this map seems to be kind of like it. It's good. I wish they did something. There's like a sandstorm in the middle of it, and just swept in and blew it. You couldn't see anything. That would be just beautiful if they did that, but they didn't, and that would, I think, just made it livelier and more. It would stand out a lot more like these other maps did with what they did inside them. And that's still a good map, but it just didn't pop out to me when I played it. Spawns are fine, and there are times where their spawns are actually a little too close together, but otherwise it's a good map and I enjoy it. Now getting to the gun, the first time they ever added a gun into this game, and I will say it is a good gun. It's a very good gun. You can't really tell yet if it's going to be a really good gun for the fact that most people that are using it are in these lobbies or Revelation lobbies where you're playing against the same gun. And you're not going to see the real power, or if it is actually a gun that is better than the others, or the same, or weaker than the others, because you're only playing against the gun so far. But what I've seen, what I feel it's like that, I forgot what his gun is, like one of the accurate assault rifles. It has more range, a little more power, slower fire rate, and it has some recoil. But if you have the right attachments on it, you can do very well with it. I have like a KD of 2 with it already. And it's just a very accurate gun. It has power. It just... close range. It doesn't have the hip fire. It doesn't feel like it has hip fire. Like the... wow. What am I doing here? It just doesn't feel like it has the hip fire like the other submachine guns do. But that's what I think about this. I give probably a 8.5 out of 10 for a DLC. Better than... or so far. Or maybe 8.7 so far compared to other ones. Most DLCs I don't like. This one so far I like a decent amount. I'll have another Zombies review DLC thing in probably this weekend maybe if I have time. So thanks for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and please subscribe if you'd like to see more. It really helps. So thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all later. Peace.